Hey guys. Alright, no, I'm not doing that intro again. We are back. Last time we did use computer shootout because no one was online playing, but yes, now people are. Alright, now we are down to Chicago. We finished with Carolina. I was talking about how they should make trades, blah, yada, 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 yada. I hope you watched that video. And the one before that. Alright, covering the Blackhawks now. The Blackhawks, obviously, well, I think everyone could argue that they are a Stanley Cup team every single year. Like, it is not even fair. I don't even know why some teams even bother to. Yeah. Well, it's been an interesting offseason for the Blackhawks. Not only have they traded away Patrick Sharp, Chris Versteeg, Timonen retired, Richard signed elsewhere. Not only all that crap happened, and Saad got traded away too. I forgot about that. But Patrick Kane and his rape scandal. I am not going to give my input on that because everybody's innocent until proven guilty. For all we know, it could just be from psycho fan saying, just pretending that, you know, people are weird. Fan is short for fanatic, meaning crazy. So this fanatic could have just been like, hey, Patrick Kane raped me, just to get, you know, noticed. Who knows? Alright, that was embarrassing. But, yeah, so who knows about that? That could go either way. Oh, Johnny Tays. But, now, the thing with the Blackhawks is I don't think they're a playoff team next year if Patrick Kane doesn't come back. I do not think he is a playoff team. I do not think they are a playoff team if he doesn't come back. I mean, I'm gonna get mad shit for that too. But they'd have to make a few moves. Nice. They'd have to make a few moves to get back into contention because they really, Hossa and Taves cannot do it by themselves on offense. And Seabrook, they got a good defensive core. Seabrook, Keith, right there at shutdown. Then you put in guys like Jarmelson, and they got a couple guys. They'll also do you too, so that doesn't help. I am killing the shootout. So that definitely doesn't help. Crawford, I've never liked Corey Crawford. I do not think he is a good goaltender. I think that his stats have been inflated by playing on the Blackhawks and on any other team that he'd be a mediocre goalie. That was a cheap goal, but I'll take it. He's getting mad. Yeah, I don't know. I feel there's a lot to do with the Blackhawks. Do I think they're gonna make the playoffs this year? Obviously, but if Patrick Kane doesn't come back, don't be surprised if they don't make it. You know, they can go a few different ways. I want to see the Blackhawks make the playoffs, but I really feel without Patrick Kane and without like the guys that they had last year, they're not going to be, you know, Cup-esque team. But who knows? I wish them good luck, though. I like watching the Blackhawks play. Now, moving on to the Colorado Avalanche. Now, this is a team that made some noise 2 years ago and then shit the bed. And when I say shit the bed, I mean like they actually shit the bed. Like, they were shit last year. They didn't amount to anything, and this guy's trying to talk to us. Nah, they were not a good team at all last year. You can't even say anything good about this team last year. They did not perform well. Varlamov had a good year. Well, a good year. He had a decent year. I gotta mute this. He did not have a good year. At all. Duchesne, not a good year. McKinnon, nowhere near his rookie year. I mean, he's still a good player, and you could tell that he improved, but his stats weren't as good because the team around him wasn't performing well. Landeskog is one of my favorite players in the entire league. He had a decent year. Nowhere near what he had the season before. Tyson Barrie. I like Tyson Barrie. I like what he does. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's good. Oh, son of a businessman. I like Tyson Barrie. I like Erik Johnson. I've always liked Erik Johnson. I think if he played more of a defensive defenseman game where he belongs, he'd be a much better defender as opposed to the two-way game that he tried to imply. That only worked for one season because they did play out of their element 2 years ago. I feel like he should play more defensively. It's a weird team. You want to say that they're going to make it, but because of the Avalanche. Who doesn't root for the Avalanche? So it's cool. But I just I don't know. I could see them contending for a wild card spot, but I don't see the playoffs next year. I don't see it. Unless McKinnon and Duchesne and Landeskog, they all get their shit together, I can't see it. I don't know how this team's going to make the playoffs next year. Oh, I knew that would work. I just don't see them contending next year, especially with other Western Conference teams. Like the Stars are getting better, and obviously the Blackhawks, who I just spoke about. The Sharks could come back. You know, there's so much competition over there in the West. Who knows? The Blues. So, move so dirty that my remote turned off. Obviously, you got Alex Tanguay, John Mitchell. You can see him over there. They got a good team. Do they make the playoffs next year? Final opinion. This is another team I could see making the last wild card spot. You know, I don't see them pushing for a divisional spot. So many good teams out there. I say that they are going to make the playoffs, but they're going to make it by the skin of their teeth. I mean, they're not going to be dominating the league or anything like that. I think they're another, I don't want to say another, elite, because Barry and Johnson aren't exactly elite. They're your ideal defenseman. I mean, Barry you could almost put elite, but Erik Johnson's elite status is long gone. First overall pick that didn't really pan out like a first overall pick. It panned out more like a first rounder, mid rounder. But yeah, I could see them a wild card spot team. I could see that happening next year. So, Avalanche fans, hold your heads high. You might have a chance at the playoffs next year. I have the faith in you guys. It's just I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, Patty Waugh behind the bench, can't go wrong there. So, you obviously got that going for you. So that might do you guys good again. But I really think you're one more elite defenseman away. I think if you guys go out and you get someone, I don't know who's a shitty defenseman. Who's a really good defenseman on the team that's trading. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Like who's that guy? That the Predators are trying to trade. Ryan Ellis. Like a Ryan Ellis would be nice. He would be a perfect fit for the Avalanche. A good young defenseman, moves the puck well, holds his own in defense. A Dion Phaneuf maybe. I mean his cap hits a little much. Not many people want him. Maybe a Dan Hamhuis or Alexander Edler, but who knows? Maybe the Vancouver Canucks, if they can contend again. Bufflin's going to be a free agent this offseason. Maybe Winnipeg would trade him. You know, who knows about Zdeno Chara? You know, he could be up for grabs. So yeah. Who knows? Avalanche fans probably going to make it next year in Florida State. Probably. Now, the Columbus Blue Jackets. This is a team that I hate and love at the same time. I absolutely hate playing against them because every player on that team is physical and they frustrate you. And you started all off with Brandon Dubinsky. Like, how do you not love Brandon Dubinsky? When he played for the Rangers, he was my favorite Ranger. I got his jersey and everything. I loved Dubinsky. He was freaking awesome. And then you look around a lot of Dubinsky, blah blah. And then you got Scott Hartnell, Nick Foligno, Ryan Johansson. They just picked up who's that? Brandon Saad. You know, I mean David Clarkson, but oh my God, Jared Boll, Letester's on the Oilers now. Ryan Murray, good young defenseman. Dalton Proud. Savard just signed a big contract, you know. Cam Atkinson, 20-goal scorer. No one really knows about. Kind of underrated, in my opinion. Foligno was almost a point-per-game player. He scored 30 goals last year, I believe. So he's no joke. I think the Blue Jackets are going to be a really, really tough team this year. I think they're going to compete for a divisional spot. I think they're going to get second, maybe first in their division. I can see it. I think they're that good of a team. Sergei Bobrovsky in the net, that's solid as all hell. And then up front, you got all these big guys that could score, and they're physical, and they're annoying. How do you not pull for this team? And they still have, I'm pretty sure, they still have a decent amount of cap space. So who knows? Maybe they'll go out and make another deal and get, who knows, maybe another elite defenseman. It's a fun team to watch. Oh my God, Johansson, I was just talking good about you. And how do you shoes just once go... I really think the Blue Jackets are going to push for a really high playoff spot next year. I think they're going to be top 10 in the entire league. That was bad. They're going to be top 10 in the entire league, no doubt in my mind, next year. Nick Foligno's probably going to... I actually think Foligno's going to score 40 goals. With a shot like that, I think I am good. I think he's going to score 40 goals. I think Dubinsky's going to have 60 points. Who knows? Maybe Fartnell will score 30 goals again. Cam Atkins is going to score his 20, 25 goals. Jack Johnson, who knows, he score 50 points. We all know how good he is. Oh, ha, ha. I had him. I did the wrong move, though. They have such an exciting team. And Ryan Murray, he's got plenty of time to go. This was a 3rd overall pick, guys. I mean, this isn't... He's not... You don't just get picked 3rd overall for nothing. Unless you're Eric Goodbranson. Then you have some problems. I like Goodbranson. Don't worry. That was cheap. That was a cheap shit goal. I'm going to come right out and say it. Yeah. I really think they're going to be a very contentious team next year. They're going to be good. So you can't say anything more about that team. I mean, that's my input on the Blue Jackets. Oh, that's my opinion on the Blue Jackets. So now I can concentrate on the shootout and hopefully win. Oh, and their goal song? Oh my god. That was embarrassing. And one more thing I want to say about the Blue Jackets. I love their goal song. For Those About to Rock by AC/DC, and then the Cannon Fire. We salute you. Whoa. That is such a sick goal song. Cannot get enough of that team. Oh, go in. Yay! Alright. That was a decent one. I think I won 2 out of 3, right? I don't know, I was rambling. Alright, so we had a good one today. I mean, who did we get to? We did the Blackhawks, Colorado, and the Blue Jackets. Next time the Stars, Red Wings, and Oilers. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Keep your eyes open. There will be more, probably in the next 15-20 minutes. So, thank y'all for watching, and peace.